Okay guys, I'm about to get some frozen yogurt actually. I actually really like Pinkberry and it looks like they have a new flavor, so we're gonna see what this is talking about. Hi, can I try the mango lemonade? Thank you. Ooh. Okay. Can I do a medium, half pomegranate, half mango lemonade? Can I do pineapple? Strawberry? I'll do kiwi. I'll do mango and blueberry. Thank you. Okay, perfect. Okay, I'm actually gonna sit outside because it's really nice. I'm in California, and honestly, I honestly think it's like 80 degrees today. So once it get nice, you know. But you guys, so honestly, every time I come here, it reminds me of the time that I tried to get hired here. Well, I really wasn't trying to get hired. I honestly was playing with their time. But back when I was doing nails full time, but I still was kind of like new-ish in the sense of like I had only like had my suite for maybe like a year or something. And I would not have nothing to do in my free time, so I would just apply for jobs. And what I would do is, if I would be going to a place and I would see somewhere is hiring, I would literally apply. Even though, mind you, I'll be working over 12-hour days as a full-time nail tech. Like, I would still be on Craigslist. I would be on Indeed. I would literally be scrolling on them sites like if it was Instagram. So one day I came here to Pinkberry and I seen that they had a for hire sign. Mind you, at this point in time, I do not have space in my schedule for no job, but for some reason, I buy my yogurt, my frozen yogurt, and I'm like, ooh, let me go ahead and apply. So what ends up happening is I apply, and honestly, the manager calls me probably like within an hour. At this point, I'm at Jack's Urban Eats, and he's asking me, do I want to come in for an interview? So, of course, I said, yeah. So, he tells me he want me to come in the next day. I said, oh, yeah, I can come in the next day. I want to say at 11 or 12, because they open up at like 10, 11, you know, whatever. So I go up there and walk in, whatever. And they just asked me to come back to the kitchen, whatever. The guy asked me questions, blah, blah, blah. And I'm really sitting there answering them questions, filling out availability for a job that I know I am not fit to work. And when I tell you filling out availability, I literally put open availability every day. Like, because I'm thinking like, well, I run my own business, so I really could work every day if I wanted to. So then he asked me about my availability. I'm like, you know what? I have a business. I do nails. I'm not too far away from here. And to be honest, my availability is very open because I make it what I want it to be. And then he started saying stuff like, well, when we need people to switch shifts and stuff like that, you have to. Like, there's no way you can't. So then I started saying like, well, okay, can I just do like Tuesdays and Wednesdays? He's like, well, I really can't guarantee you shifts because that's not fair for everybody else. You know what I'm saying? So then I'm like, well, you know, I'm trying to figure out how am I going to get hired at this job that I'm not going to work. So then once he starts saying all this stuff about you have to take people's shifts and blah, 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 I start to think like, I don't know if this is going to work for me. And he's like, what about it's not going to work? He's like, no, please, like, I think you'd be a good asset. Because, you know, I'm telling him I'm a good worker, all this stuff, blah, 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 blah. So I'm like, well, the thing is, I really don't want to be responsible for other people's shifts. Like, you know, and I'm just thinking in my head, like, I really do not need no job. Like, I really got a job, but I just am bored. I'm really in here playing with this man's time. So he really trying to convince me, like, to be okay with the job. So I end up telling him, I'm like, sir, I'm going to be so honest with you. I am not going to work this job. Like, I'll be honest with you, like, this is not going to work. I really actually do not have time for a job. But, you know, that I don't know what else to tell you. Like, this is not going to work. So he's like, you really think it won't work? I said, I know it won't work because I don't actually need a job. I don't actually need to be working here. Like, really, I just seen that y'all was hiring and I just went ahead and applied. So at this point in time, he's like, okay, I understand, but I really look forward to hopefully you'll work here someday, blah, blah, blah. I said, well, probably not, but, you know, it's cool. So he's like, okay, it was nice to meet you. He's like, you know, if I don't see you again, blah, blah, blah. I said, oh, no, you'll see me again because I really go to this Pinkberry. Like, I come here a lot, so you'll most definitely see me again. It's just not going to be here working with y'all. Child, he looked so disappointed. Now, my homegirl, she be having to tell me, like, you need to stop applying for jobs. You need to stop wasting people's time because you know good and well you don't need a job and you don't want no other job. Like, please stop. And so I think that was the day that I stopped applying for jobs. And I was like, you know what? I really need to stop this because people really think I'm going to come up here and have completely open availability. And I'm just telling these people what the freak they want to hear.